Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I would like to work on Happy Meal. Let's start. I'm using these pre-made envelopes that are very useful. I really want to use it in a different way, so I'm gonna start by cutting the top. I want to make this kind of a tag looking envelope to give it some different style because I think that it's gonna be really fun. This is something that I use a lot. So the next step is gonna be pasting the flap. So I really like this style and I found these envelopes at the thrift store, so I thought that this was gonna be a fun project for them. I'm gonna make my envelopes very simple, very easy folders, so they are easy to follow. So as you can see, now we have an opening in the top, and the next step is gonna be cut the corners. So I'm gonna start measuring that with a ruler because I'm not really good at cutting by eye. And so I'm gonna put this cut in a very fast mode, so because I'm very slow at cutting. So I hope that you enjoyed that. So uh, once the trace is there, I cut, and then I use this corner that is cut and I put that in the other side, and I mark it so the two sides of the envelope or the tag are the same size. I really actually enjoy making this. It's really fun and they look so cute because I get to use my beautiful fabric and yarn. So I'm gonna cut it as well. So now that the two sides are cut, we have a halo. And I'm gonna start the stamping. I'm gonna do this in fast mode so you don't have to follow me in every step on the stamping, but I'm gonna create a pattern here. So now that it's stamped, I'm gonna make a hole in the middle of the envelope that now looks like a tag. And so I'm gonna use this puncher, and the next step is gonna be decorating. I'm using here some pre-cut labels, and so something that I want to do is using all my scraps and some things that I have, like a lot of them, like these ladies that I tested when I was creating something in my shop. So I put that in here, and I want to add flowers and keep it very simple. So I have some pre-cut PET tape, so I'm gonna try to find the right partner for this. So I think I'm gonna use this one, but I also want to add additional flowers. Like this one is gonna work well. So all I have to do is just paste these two. Once they arrange correctly, I'm gonna put this in fast mode again. So now we have this that looks very well, and I'm gonna add some eyelets. And so I'm choosing something that matches the colors of the flowers. So this dark red look really good, and then I'm gonna put the rest away. I wanted to see how fuchsia will look like, but I didn't like it very much, so I'm gonna stick with dark red. And I really enjoy these eyelets. I make them with a puncher and they are just amazing. These are my favorite um, ephemera to put around, a small ephemera. Those are really nice things that we can put, but any dots or any squares are actually very helpful, but these are my favorites. And as I said, I want to keep every single one of these penpal folders in the same style and very simple, so I don't have to think too much about how it's gonna be looking like, but I think this is very fun. So once I have this done, I'm gonna start putting something inside. So I have this opening, and so the fun part starts by putting something inside of the envelope, and I'm gonna use these sheets of some notepads, but I'm gonna add something later when I decide what else I want to put in there, because I want to to look through my stickers and other things, and then I have to close this using my yarn. This is a very fun way to use yarns, and you can use some additional things like uh, flowers and other things. I really want to keep this simple, but this yarn is really cute. I really like the pompons that are in the design, so I think it's very cute. And that's it. Once we have it, we have our first pen pal folder ready to go, and I like it. It's very simple. So we can go with the next style of the pen pal folder, that again is going to use another envelope. So again, the process is opening in the side with a knife. I'm gonna use a knife. You can, it's scissors or whatever you prefer. And then again, we're gonna paste the flap, that I also find very fun. And then once we have that pasted in our envelope, I'm gonna have this opening in the top. So I have a pre-cut other piece of paper. Is a regular copy paper, and all what I want to do is just trace a diagonal line. I'm gonna use a ruler because, as I said, I'm not really good at measuring stuff. All I have to do is use my pencil and trace, and then I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna put this in fast mode again. And now that it's cut, I'm gonna measure the envelope itself. So I'm gonna put the ruler right below my paper, and I'm gonna measure 2 millimeters in diagonal, so they are parallel to the lines. And then I'm gonna use my pencil and again outline that, and I'm gonna use my scissors again and cut. As you know, I'm very slow cutter, so I'm gonna put this in fast mode again. And then using my knife, I'm gonna cut the excess of this envelope. It's really good because it's pasted in the other side. So now that we have this, all what we have to do is just put the two pieces together. As you can see, they are parallel and they look really good, and we just put glue on the three sides, making sure that we don't compromise the area of the pocket. So make sure that like you don't have dots of glue in the middle. And so once we have the three areas, we just paste it in the top of the envelope. It's really easy to do. And so once it's pasted, I'm gonna put a white sheet of paper, and then I'm gonna do the same thing that I did before, which is stamping. I'm gonna put that again in fast mode, so you don't have to go to every step. So now that it's done, I can fill it up with some goodies, like some of these labels that I'm gonna put and send that to my pen pal. And once I have it filled up, I'm gonna start decorating in this area, and right in the middle I'm gonna follow the previous prompt, that is putting a label, a girl, and some flowers. I'm gonna follow exactly the same colors, same pattern, so it's gonna be very easy. And again, I'm here pasting some labels in like a very neutral color that's gonna match the color of this lady that I'm putting here. So it's a red label with a lady that is purple and the purple tones, and then I'm gonna add some PET stickers, but this one looks a little bit empty, so I'm gonna go through some of my small ephemera, and so hand stamped things like this small little flower, hand stamped, that I really like. But I also need something else because this design seems to be a little bit too empty, and so we can choose many of these. I have tons of hand stamped things and tons of samples that I create every time I make stickers. I make some samples for myself to make sure that the colors and the sizes are correct. Like this one is a small kind of postage stamp um, sticker, so I'm gonna use that one, and it looks perfect for what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna put the rest away, and then I'm just gonna paste. The first one is gonna be this one. As I mentioned before, I like using tweezers to use the liquid glue so my fingers don't get full of glue. For this one, we just peel it off because it's a sticker, and so I had some time distraction there, so pasted that. And for the big PET, I always cut a little bit of the top because I want to make sure that I'm locating that correctly. And when I paste just a little bit of the PET sticker, it allows me to move the sticker to make sure that I'm pasting that in the place where I really want it to be, like here. And then I just turn it around and I complete taking the backing plastic, like you can see, because this is a big sticker. It's harder to do it when it's already peeled. So now it's perfect. And so we have our second folder completed, and it looks good. It looks very similar to the first one. So now we can start with the third folder. And for the third folder, we're gonna need two envelopes. I'm using the same style that I used before, and all what we're gonna do is put in one of the flaps inside of the other, and then paste the other flap in the back as well. And so this is basically how it's gonna look like. All what we have to do is just add glue. So we're adding glue to the flap, and we're gonna paste that inside of the other envelope again. And one of the reasons because I really like this glue is because although it's liquid, the paper can get a little bit uh, up impacted by the liquid glue. It's not that bad, and it really pastes a lot better than using the rolling glue, because the rolling glue doesn't paste very well in the corners, and I don't like that. So once I pasted this, all is left to do is just simple. All I have to do is just stamping, because basically the folder is already completed. As you can see, all this already looks like a folder. We have the middle part where we can put our ephemera. There are two main points where we can put stuff. And so I'm gonna start the stamping, and I'm gonna put this in fast mode again. It's very simple, straightforward. I'm stamping the inside as well. And now it's done, it's time to decorate. So again, I'm gonna use exactly the same mode that I did for the other two. I'm gonna put a label in the red color, or like the red skin, because my girl is purple and red, so I wanna use the same stamp. I'm gonna put a sticker just a little bit different than the other ones, because this area for decoration is a little bit bigger than the other two, and just because of that I'm gonna add additional ephemera. I'm gonna also add a hand stamped additional piece of paper right in the corner, because I think that I have not stamped the corner of the envelope, and it looks a little bit too empty. And now is the time for the girl. I really like this one. She has some orange, which gives me some more additional color. And then it's time for the flowers. Again, I think that the biggest part is when you already have the stickers already peeled. It's harder to just put that in place. So I'm adding this other flower, and we have yet one more additional flower over here. And then finally we are gonna add some additional reinforcement cut dies just because this is too empty, and I'm gonna choose the colors that match the color of the lady and the flowers. So you can see that I'm choosing red there, dark red, and some pink and more dark red. And then I'm gonna put the rest of the dies in the same container. They are super fun to add, and I have lots of colors. I think that I spent a whole day punching these, and I cut thousands of these. Anyway, pasting very quickly, and then now I only have to fill it up, which is the fun part because I can send this to my friends, and that's it. That's basically all I have. This folder is done, and then I have two other folders are the same style but very fun to do, and I have my happy mail ready to be sent to my pen pals. I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you.